Hello. So, how did January go? How am I thriving this month? Stay tuned to find out.
In our appearance driven social system, toxic productivity and diet culture are considered especially heinous. In Denver, Colorado, a dedicated goal getter seeking to crush these vicious lies is the founder of an elite squad known as Heal Thy Spirit. These are her stories.
Well. It has been several weeks, probably about 6 weeks since I posted a video, and I apologize for that. Life is happening. If this is your first time here, my name is Tia. I live in Denver, Colorado, and I have been on a fat loss adventure pretty much my whole life, but with focus since April 21st of 2024, I started taking Zepbound. The dose that I am currently on is 15 milligrams. And this video is just going to kind of catch you up for pretty much the month of January. So let's get into it. I'm going to try to keep this brief and first, I'll just give you a little quick personal update on me. And sorry, my chair is coming in and out of focus. So maybe if I sit this way, it won't look so weird. I had all these big plans because I was on vacation from December 24th up until my birthday, which was January 7th. The company that I work for actually gives you your birthday off. And so instead of going back that Monday, January 6th, I decided to go back on my birthday. So I just took the 6th as my birthday day off to have, really long extended vacation. And so that's kind of where we are. I had these plans. My word for 2025 is thrive. So this sweatshirt was given to me by it's actually part of a product line that another YouTuber, Phil DeFranco, he does like news stories. So he talks about the news as it's going on, but he's kind of funny and it makes the news a little more entertaining than watching the regular news. And he has, merchandise that he promotes. So it's called like Beautiful Bastard as the motivational or one of his like catchphrases or whatever. So, maybe that's the product line. I think that's the website where you could, buy things like this. But this sweatshirt was perfect and it's so warm. It honestly is the warmest sweatshirt that I own. And since having lost weight, it's one of the ones that fits me. I mean, it fits me pretty loose if I stand up. Maybe you can see, but it's a large, I think. I went out of focus. It's a large, but it's pretty roomy and it's comfortable and it has like that soft flirtiness on the inside. So anyway, this isn't a video to promote that. I just thought I would share in case anyone else liked it. I wish it came in multiple colors because I would have so many of them if that was the case. So how did January go? So again, real quick recap. January 7th was my birthday. I went back to work. It's funny because everything was going great over the holidays. I actually, managed to lose weight. If you've seen any videos that I did previously, I managed to lose weight during the holidays, which is pretty much, unheard of. January 13th, school started back. And then on Tuesday nights, I lead a Bible study at my church. It's virtual because my church is still back in Richmond, Virginia, and I live in Denver, Colorado now. So that started back actually the week after school started. So despite my plans to do a vision board video and an exercise video where I actually did record some. So I'll have to like edit and put those in, but it's been several weeks since I recorded those. I thought I had more update videos recorded, but I did not. Typically I would record in the car, at least my weekly updates, when I'm on my way to donate plasma. But the last time that I donated plasma, it was kind of a bad stick. The person that stuck me basically didn't do it right. I have a lot of scar tissue because I have been donating plasma for several years since I lived in Maryland and then moved to Virginia. And now in Colorado, I've been here 2.5 years. So, there's a special way, and it's kind of, it's funny to talk about sticks, but we all know because, well, those of you who are on some sort of injection peptide currently, especially those of you that are taking compound. I'm on name brand Zepbound, so the pen is easy and there's really, no thought to it. But I know I remember Alonda when she switched from name brand to compound in her first week, how she had to practice. So this needle that you get the plasma donation with is way bigger than that. And it's super, super thick. And it's long. It's like, the needle's like this long. And it goes in about halfway into your arm. And it's thick. It's not anything like an insulin needle. So anyway, long story short, they wanted to stick my other arm. Well, I only donate in my right arm because it does, you'll see it leaves a mark. I can turn the angle right. So like I have this scar here and I did not want them to move to the other arm. There's scar tissue underneath from all the years of donating. And I did not want to have two scars because this arm is good to go. And so they were like, well, if we can't stick you again, then you're going to have to wait 56 days because they basically couldn't return my red blood cells from the first round, that they got out. So I have to wait 56 days before I can donate again, which is totally fine. It is what it is. I do, need those funds to cover this Zepbound, but for the time being, I think I'm like halfway through that now. I'll have to check my calendar. I don't know if I'm going to go back. I have some exciting news that I will share later. It's not an appropriate time to share with this being a public video. So I will keep you all posted on that. Make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell so that you know when I do post that lovely video. And it has nothing to do with weight loss. So anyway, moving on to the update. This is why you're here. So we need to cover weeks 38, 39, 40, and 41. That would bring us to February 1st or actually February 2nd is when week 41 ended. So my starting weight at the beginning of week 38 was 195.8. And my ending weight that following Sunday was 197.8. So that was actually a gain of 2 pounds. Now, the important thing to note here is that was the week of January 5th through January 11th. And I just told you that I lost weight during the holidays. However, I went back to work on January 7th. And it's funny because on January 7th, because I do weigh every day, as I told you, and it's interesting because a lot of people have been talking about it recently, weighing every day versus weighing once a week because your weight fluctuates and things like that. And Traces of Twan was talking about it. Pamela also recently did a video. I just binge watched all of her videos. Please, please, please go over and check her out because she cracks me up. She is hilarious. I love her. And she is in 12 weeks of, or at least the last video I watched, she was doing her 12th injection of compound tirzepatide. But she has really useful information. She has great camera personality. So you will love her as much as I love her. I'll take this opportunity to just shout out that she is shy of 100 subscribers, just shy of 100 subscribers. I think it was like 90 this morning when I watched her last video. And I want to thank you because I have reached, actually, Pamela was my 101 subscriber. I didn't get to do a video about, when I finally hit 100 subscribers. But if the 10 of you are, or if there are 10 of you who are subscribed to me, who are not subscribed to her, please run over there with the quickness and get her numbers up because she's way better than me as far as entertainment, and you'll just love her. So anyway, there's that shout out. Back to what I was saying. So on January 7th, that morning, I had hit 194.8, and that was on a Tuesday. And then I was also just taking my first shot of, that would have been the week for my first shot of 15 milligrams. By Friday, I weighed 199.2. So I'm going to take this opportunity to let you know that stress does affect your weight. And with the weighing daily, the reason I was mentioning Pamela and Twan is because they talked about how your weight fluctuates. And if you're only weighing yourself once a week, or then you don't really have a good representation of how you go up or down based on your weigh-in day. And so you all know that I actually take my shot on Friday, but I weigh myself on Sunday. So that's like 2 days after I actually took the shot. But I count my Sunday weights as my official weight because I started Zepbound initially on a Sunday and ended up moving my shot day. But I just want to keep it however many weeks I've been on this medication. At, when it all comes down to the end, I want it to be, consistently, this is how much I've lost per week. So again, no sweat off my back there. We'll talk about my eating in a minute. For week 33 was January 12th through the 18th. I started at 197.8 and I ended the week at 197.0. So I lost 0.8 pounds. Then on the week 40, so that was January 19th through the 25th, I started at 197 and then I ended at 192.2. So that was a loss of 4.8 pounds. That is why, you can't really get bent out of shape when you go up in weight, because that's, my tracker, and I'll, maybe put it up here from Shotzi so you can see the actual graph, is that it goes up and down, and I tend to lose, then have a gain, and then have a big loss. So it's never a consistent straight line where you're just steadily, or slope rather, where you're just steadily losing at a consistent rate. And then week 41, which was January 26th through February 2nd, I weighed in at the start of the week at 192.2 and I ended the week at 192.8. So that was a gain of 0.06, which doesn't mean much because I was actually, having lost 4.8 pounds the week before, it didn't much matter. So that's the results. Now, if you do the math, the months are kind of weird because I count my monthly loss based on the actual month. And some months are longer than other months. January was a 31-day loss, or 31-day calculation. And February we only have 28 days this month. But I weigh on the first and then credit my monthly weight loss to whatever weight it is from the first of one month to the first of the next month. So January 1st, I weighed exactly 197 pounds. And on February 1st, I weighed 193.6 pounds, which means there was a total January reduction from start to finish of 3.4 pounds. not a big, I guess net loss. And, I don't, like I said, not bummed out about that because I was in a transition moving from 12.5, which was my best friend this whole time. I think I stayed on that dose the absolute longest. But at 193.6 pounds, February 1st, that put me at a total weight loss from my starting weight on Zepbound of 240.8 to 193.6. That's a total loss of 47.2 pounds, which if you watch my first video, I think that I posted this month, or the last video that was uploaded, the long one, it actually, that I was around 47 pounds lost. Now, that's on Zepbound. Actually, early in the beginning of the year, I had lost an additional, I was 5 pounds heavier, and I lost 5 pounds in the month before I started Zepbound. So that actually puts me at a total weight loss in the last year since, because last January 2024, we were in Las Vegas in that Hershey store and those brownies. I'm telling you what. But yeah, I weighed about 245.8 at the end of January last year. So if you look at it like that, I lost 52.2 pounds in 1 year. Which it has been pretty consistent since I started Zepbound. My Shotzi average still has me at 1.2 pounds a week since starting on Zepbound. So I'm very, happy and consistent with that. All right, real quick before I let you go, I don't know how long this video is so far. So exercise during the month of January, I worked out 25 days. So that means I had 6 total rest days out of 31. 19, I actually exercised 19 days straight with no days off from December 24th through January 11th. And then I took a rest day on that Saturday, and the following week I took a Tuesday and Saturday rest day because I just could feel that my body needed it. Like it was, I was just overloading. And I work out every day, not because I'm trying to lose weight or gain muscle, but because I enjoy it. Like my mind is not right. I have not worked out yet today because my plan is it's leg day. And my plan is to work out during lunch so that because we have this weekly meeting at work, and I'm always in a better mood to receive information, pleasant or otherwise, after I've had a workout. So that is today's plan. And today, I don't know if I mentioned it, hopefully you'll see this video today, but today is Wednesday, February 19th. So on January 28th, I also got the urge to run 2 miles. And it's weird because I never want to run. I hate running. But I did run 2 miles. And the last time I had run before that was November 3rd. So if y'all have seen my previous videos, I did a 5K with my son. He did a 15K back in October, the same 5K that Alonda just did, if you are one of her followers as well, or subscribers, I guess I should say, not followers. Anyway, that was the last time. November 3rd was the last time that I ran because I had in my mind that I was just going to keep it up and continue to run at least twice a week. Yeah, that didn't happen. But the good thing to note is because I have stayed active and I've stayed physical, I actually beat my time, even though I hadn't been running. And, I do cardio, but not a ton of it. I don't really focus on that. I focus more on strength. And I still beat my time. And then I ran again on February 1st, and then I beat January 28th time. So, I'm not going to hold myself to running any sort of amount of time. Like I said, I have to be in the mood for it, and not sure if I'm going to make it back to Virginia for the Monument Avenue 10K in April, but that is still on the table, pending, how life goes. In my last video, I mentioned that I was going to be counting my squats, and, shout out to Jill for, her words of encouragement. 2.0 mommy is Jill, who I'm referring to, because, I said 1,000,000 squats, I bet we do 1 million squats based on, without having counting, because it just always feels like I'm squatting. But I did count the whole month of January, and I'm still counting. So we'll see where we end up at the end of the year. Fit Squad, the group of ladies that I work out with every Monday through Saturday on Zoom. The January, that trainer, Kirsten Quick Fit, she actually has a challenge every month. And last month's challenge, January 2025, was a squats challenge. So I had opportunity to get tons more squats in. And I ended up with 3,969 squats in the month of January 2025. That's amazing. As far as my eating, and this is the last thing I'll talk about before I end this video, is that, on my averages, I kind of went through and totaled my averages. And I got, for the month, basically what I did was I calculated it week by week, January 4th, 11th, 18th, 25th, and the 1st, and, the week ending that week, which puts me the whole month of January. And I totaled up all of my macros and calories to kind of give you an idea of what I did. So you have the full picture of, okay, I was on 15 milligrams the whole month of January. I worked out 25 out of 31 days. So that comes out to an average of 6 or 7 days a week. Because, well, no, 2 days I would have taken 2 rest days. So 5 or 6 days per week. And then with the eating, so I was really hungry in the beginning. The 15 milligrams did not really start kicking into my system until like my 3rd shot, which makes sense because that was when I had that, or probably the 4th shot, but the 3rd week I had been on 15 milligrams is when I really started to feel the effects of it. And it's still going good, as far as things go. I averaged for the month in protein a weekly or a daily average of 116 grams of protein. So some weeks I had more, some weeks I had less. My carbs averaged 114 grams, which is a little bit over my goal of 100. I think she told me like 120, but when I say she, I'm referring to my dietitian. But I don't know, my eyebrows look weird when I sit that way. So let's even them out. Sorry. I'm a squirrel, but I'm coming back to it. So carbs, 114 grams of carbs. Fiber, I averaged 29 grams of fiber, which is 4 grams over the daily estimation. And then my sugar, super low, 35 grams. Don't have a lot of sugar cravings these days. And honestly, most of the sugar that I have comes from the gummy vitamins that I take. Fat, my average was 65.4 grams, which is about 10.5 grams over. My dietitian's recommendation, 55 is kind of where she has me at. And then my calorie average for the month of January, 1520. So, and my dietitian, wants me at about 1400 a day. Going over like 1520 is not bad, obviously, because I still lost weight. But I'm thinking that February is going to be brighter because I am definitely starting to feel the effects of 15 milligrams. And it's really helping to keep my appetite in control. So if you made it to the end of this video, and I do realize that it's the middle of February, and I'm asking you to share with me in the comments what your word for the year, if you have one, is, and any questions that you have about anything. It feels good to be back, and I'm hoping to have 2 or 3 videos uploaded this week. I did record all my food yesterday. So the next video most likely will be, it'll be either my February catch up for weeks 42 and 43, or it will be my kind of like what I eat in a day, how I get, over 100 grams of protein while staying below 1,400 calories in a day. You can do it. It's possible. So anyway, that is all I have for you now. Don't forget to heal thy spirit for a healthy spirit, and may joy and grace and peace be yours in abundance. Take care.